Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Thursday, May 23rd, 2024. Let's jump into the charts. I'm going to start with the big picture as usual. Just a reminder that rallies into the 220s right now are considered a bit counter trend in that the 1 year dynamic remains in this sort of a lower low, lower high pattern below the 222.22 channel top. And we may see this in the coming weeks if we can close, for instance, above 196.13, and that would be this simple channel top here that actually happens to be a 1 to 2 week objective following the settlement on Tuesday above the 172.46 channel top. So we are expecting 196.13. We're not expecting 221.17 or the 220s channel top, the long-term channel top, unless we close above 196.13. 196.13 can absorb buying through next week, possibly into June, and we can fall away again from there. And as I just mentioned a moment ago, it was the settlement on Tuesday that set up the 196.13 channel top. It was the settlement above this descending channel top at 172.46. Now, if you notice in the support resistance, I have this as a mere intraday support level now, and that is because the bullish momentum, I think, only remains intact into next week as long as we continue holding above this nearly 2 week channel bottom that is 177.95. So we kind of swap these two levels out in terms of your support into next week, and above which 196.13 is expected by the end of next week. 177.95, once again, able to contain session weakness, talking to day traders, and selling into next week, talking to 3 to 5 day swing traders, above which 196.13 is likely over the next 3 to 5 days. Upside, I've got 185.37 today. Do I show that anywhere? I do not think so. I'm looking. It is that former short-term channel top that we did settle or push through recently, but we're below it now. 185.37 can contain intraday buying pressures, and if we push through, well, let's just put it this way. If we close above 185.37, this 3 to 5 day objective at 196.13 may well be tested tomorrow, Friday, where if you went long recently the last couple of days following this near-term buy signal, you can take profits at 196.13 and perhaps play the short side. As we continue into June, this market could fall back into the lower 160s again within a couple of weeks, perhaps even lower, but I wouldn't bank on that. Right now, I think what we have before us are these kind of 1 to 3 week signals that we can play off of. And the most recent one was this settlement Tuesday above 172.46. That is kind of a 1 week rally to 196.13, which has not fully materialized yet, but it has plenty of time to do that, plenty of room to do that above 177.95. Now, upside, and this is not going to happen today, but if we were to close once again above 196.13, then yes, we are expecting 221.17, which you find on the weekly chart at 222.22, able to contain buying if tested over the next few weeks through June and even into the third quarter. And we can fall away again from here, possibly to new move lows. Let's talk downside today. I've been mentioning, how we have the 177.95 channel bottom able to contain weekly selling pressures, and above which 196.13 is likely by the end of next week. If we break or open today below 177.95, this former channel top at 172.46 is likely. And if we close below 177.95, I'm expecting by the end of next week 161 even. And this is where I tell you these 1 to 3 week, 1 to 2 week signals are laying out pretty well right now. But in terms of swinging for the fences, longer term trend dynamics, the only thing I can really say about the long term, as I opened with, is that this market remains bearish into later year below 222.22. But let's get back to the day itself. That if we do close today below 177.95 and you went long, a couple of days ago above 172.46, closing below 177.95 is your cue to exit that long position and consider playing the short side. That could be, being short Tesla as we move through the rest of the week and into next. It could mean reaching, for instance, for 160 strike out of the money puts. This is a 1 week play. I'd go a couple of weeks out on that expiration. I wouldn't go any nearer than that. This could take at least a week to fall down to, and I would expect it if we close below 177.95. 161 even expected by the end of next week, able to contain selling through the following week, and we can round up from there. Now, if we were to close below 161 even, that would be our indication of a good May high, and I would expect within, I would expect the lower 140. So, that could be within just 3 to 5 days. It could take the better part of 2 weeks. So here we go, once again, with these well-defined 1 to 2 week time frames, but not a whole lot beyond that. If we were to close below 161 even, then I would expect this 140.50 long-term trend line, again, which we tested about a month ago, within a week or two. We could bottom out here for a week, but I will say, and there's no real certainty with this, but I will say that if you're interested in playing the short side aggressively as we move into June, July, I think that would avail itself with a settlement below 161 even. Because as I've said before, I think on the next attempt, this trend line will likely give way. So what am I saying? I'm saying that if we were to close below 161 even over the next week or two, yes, we'll get some hesitation in the low 140s, maybe for a day or two, but we should see longer-term bearish continuation. What would the target be? I'm not quite sure, but I wouldn't be surprised that this 101.81 area in reach within a couple of months, of closing below the 161 even formation. So is there anything else for me to say? I don't think so. I'm going to leave you with this chart for the day. It really covers the downside parameters. We are bullish into next week above 177.75, expecting 196.13 by the end of next week. And if we close below 177.75, we are bearish into next week, then expecting 161 even. That's about as simple as I can put it. I'm going to leave it at that for Thursday's Tesla report. I'll be back tomorrow with Fridays. Please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com. You have a great day.